Welcome back to a new video and live stream. So I'm going to be streaming this on my main channel as I go through it. But in the last video, we ended going through a lot of the prospects. So I'm not going to do a deep dive, kind of like I was doing before. But essentially, what I did, and I don't know if this is correct or if this actually works, but I essentially looked at various star ratings and see how there's 33 people. I kept that roster a little bit larger, so I'll go over I did using this as an example. So obviously we have 2.5 star people. I kept them all up at the AAA level, and then the minimum is a 2 star, for all these guys. And then for AA, similar thing. They're all 2 stars, most or at least 1.5 stars, I guess, but 2 star potential at a minimum, and then it goes down from there. I'm just trying to push guys up based on that star rating. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if that will make a difference or not, but we'll just leave it there for now. There are some potential free agents that we could look at. We released Max Kranick because he's not able to be a good reliever, which is, whatever. We don't really need another starting pitcher. Right now, we have some guys that are ready in AAA, and he was, 4.26 ERA is not too bad, but moved on from him. Some other guys. We have a good amount of pitching, especially like the 2 star pitchers. We have just a plethora of those. So we have a lefty on the bump today, so we're gonna get some righties out there. So Chase Delauder. So we're gonna put Rodriguez out there for Khalil, and then put Delauder in center field. And Jacob Cozart's going to get the start today at catcher since Bo Naylor is tired. And then if we need to at some point, we have some lefties off the bench, but hopefully we don't need them. Hopefully Slate throws a complete game shutout. Get a leadoff single here after we get disoriented with the camera angle at first. So a good start for us there. Juan with the opposite field single to left field. We moved Arias up in the lineup. He strikes out now, but he's leading the team in RBIs, and he was in the 9 hole and in with home runs. Manzardo hits a double here, so he gets all the way to third. And Kwan's going to score from first, so really productive first inning for us. So we take a quick lead there. Jose is going to ground out. Not able to bring the runner home. And Capus flies out, but we do take the 1-0 lead, so Slade has some early run support. Gives up the leadoff single to Spencer Torkelson. Kevin McGonigal's going to pop out. We got our coffee as well, so we are absolutely vibing. Kerry Carpenter is going to fly it as well. And Riley Green is going to strike out. So Slade with another, or the productive inning, I should say. Torkelson is leading off. That's kind of interesting, but we'll take it. All right. Out number one. Outnumbered Dose. And Rodriguez in to face the lefties. He's been batting pretty well this year. Hasn't had a home run yet, but he's been batting .324 in limited appearances. So he's been getting more and more opportunities. And we moved on from Rhys Hoskins because Rhys was batting like 100 and didn't have any home runs and can't play any positions besides first. So he's not really versatile. We don't expect much from Cozart. He did have a hit in his first at bat, so he's batting 1,000. So now he's batting 500, unfortunately. But for us, he's about as good as Austin Hedges. He has more potential to grow, and he's just there. So we have a couple different options of guys that we can look at to bring up from AAA as far as catchers go. Cody Huff is down there, and I believe he's a right-handed hitter as well. So that could be useful to have as far as the platoon of the two catchers. But um, he doesn't really have enough at bats at the AAA level, so we didn't want to bring him up quite yet. And Cozart has been performing well at the AAA level, and he's had 108 at bats, so a better sample size there. And batting .315 with 5 home runs, so only 2 at bats with us so far. So obviously, not enough, not enough to know anything with them. But as a backup catcher, I think he'll be fine. You won't really need to use him that much, and We have a lot of years of control, and Hedges just wasn't that versatile. And Kozart, does he play any other positions? Just catcher, but he's a good defensive catcher as well. So Cape is going to hit a single here, so we have two guys on with one out. Getting a little action on the base paths. Roki is going to strike out, unfortunately. And Chase DeLauder is going to hit a single here. That's going to get us another run. His 25th RBI, so he's up to a good amount. So that is good. All right, Rodriguez is back up, and he's going to ground out. He's also like, if he starts to really struggle, he's someone that we could look to try to move, but he's kind of just he's kind of a Rhys Hoskins replacement because he's a right-handed batter, and he can play the outfield. He's just a better version of him as far as sim goes. I think Hoskins is definitely probably a better real-life player. All right, we got the... Wow, they got a run there with a base hit. So it's 2-1 now. Still have the lead. Kozart in his third at bat. He's going to fly out. Kwan's going to fly out as well. And Arias is going to ground out just to change things up a little bit. So Slade's at 80 pitches, so we're going to... Oh, he gives up a whole solo home run, so the game's tied now, but we want him to get through this fifth inning regardless. So see if we can get a run for him. Jose's going to hit a base hit up the middle. We're going to be aggressive and have him try to steal. Kafis, he's going to strike out, unfortunately. Rokio is going to get a walk here, so we have two guys on with two outs for Chase, and he's going to ground out. So we'll let Slade pitch until he gives up a base runner here. He might be able to get through this sixth, and he does. All right, they bring in another lefty. And Jonathan Rodriguez makes him pay for that. So he hits his first home run of the year, solo home run. Gives us a 3-2 lead. Kozart's going to strike out. And how I kind of look at giving someone like Kozart an opportunity is he's probably not going to bat that well, but Hedges was batting like 150. And it's not like Hedges was really going to develop. I guess there is like the leadership quality, but I don't know. It's a simulation game. I don't know if it really matters. We're going to try to be greedy and get an out. So Slade's going to come out now. He actually did that on one pitch, I think. I actually don't know. But we won't have Cade Smith today. He's a bit too tired from throwing a lot in the other game where we had to throw an inning and I think 2/3 because we had to bring him in the ninth and keep him in for another inning. So Jake Rogers is up, and they have a righty and then a bunch of lefties. So ideally we would let... So we're at one out now. So we're going to go with Brogdon. Yeah, we'll go with Brogdon here. He has to get McGonagall out. All right, he does that. So moving into the next inning, we got Manzardo up. He's going to strike out. Jose's going to pop out. Jose's been having some pretty good power this year. And Kafis is a solo home run, and Kafis is up to 6 now. So we're getting some good power from some guys after, I mean, the beginning of the year we had absolutely nothing. So we'll never be a crazy power team, but as long as we're getting a couple, that's going to be, anything is going to be helpful. Rokio with the 2-out single there. And Chase DeLauder's going to fly out to end the inning here. So we're moving into the 8th inning. We are going to save Sean Armstrong for the save, but we have all these lefties up. So perfect time for Joey Cantillo to come in and get the hold here. We took him out of our starting rotation because he was really struggling. We have Randy Vasquez that took his spot, which we claimed from the waiver wire, and he had a rough start and then did really well. And Joey Cantillo seems to be settling down in the bullpen. We would like to extend him out back into being starter, but you never really know. So they brought in Kenley Jansen, so we're going to switch and pinch hit for a lefty. We're going to give Khalil Watson the opportunity here. This will actually be his first at bat. So see what he's able to do. He pops out. Kozart, he's going to fly out. And Kwan, he's going to hit a 2-out single here. then Arias, who has, for some reason, has a better contact rating against righties and lefties. We're not sending anyone right now. There's no reason to be sending someone. Manzardo, he's going to pop out. So we got one more inning here, and we're going to let, that's a switch hitter. We'll let Quintelo get this first batter. And then we'll bring in, oh, we can't go into Detroit's bullpen. I kind of wish your team would just always be on one side or the other, because I've always defaulted going over to the one side. So we're going to leave Sean in to get the last 2 outs, and he does just that. So we get the first win against Detroit here. We'd love to see that. We are back to being 24 and 25, so one game under 500. So we're working our way back. It's really just kind of mostly our offense that is holding us back, and I know we have some inflated ERAs, but I leave guys in when they start to struggle, and if they give up 5 or 6 runs, they're just going to stay in. There's no reason to waste bullpen arms. But I actually want to look at, why didn't I bring up Huff instead? So we're looking at the super stats before. So look at the regular stats. Because I sorted by average just to see. Oh yeah, because he only had 39 at bats. He's batting 410 in those 39 at bats, but doesn't have any power. He's 25 years old. So he's kind of similar to Jacob Kozar in that sense, where he's not really that great of a player, but and he's actually worse defensively, and he can play actually first base a little bit too. So he's someone that potentially could have that spot as well. We don't really have an open spot to really bring him up. Honestly, someone like Khalil might benefit from just being in AAA a bit longer. I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to have a third catcher. So let's demote Khalil so he can get some at bats. We're going to leave Bazana up, and we'll bring up, not him, just got distracted there for a second. So we'll bring up Cody Huff, and then we'll have 3 catchers. And it's kind of what the Guardians do in real life anyway, with Fry, Hedges, and now Gilbert. Who's the, oh my goodness. Guardians. San Francisco. Who did we just trade? I know they traded Matt Wilkinson. Oh, Patrick Bailey. I don't know why I was gonna say Patrick. I was gonna say Patrick Wilkinson. I was like, that's not a player. At least not one that I know of. Look at Brian Rocchio gets the lead off walk. Arias is gonna strike out. He does. Every sim I've had, he strikes out so much. So full count here for Manzardo. He's gonna get walks. So 2 walks here in the first inning for Framber. Jose's going to hit a double, which is going to score us a run, I believe. I think they're going to give us a chance to send another run in. We'll see if it says shallow. Yeah, the ball is very shallow. As you can see, it's at the wall. We're not sending Manzardo. Rodriguez, he's going to ground out. So very similar to last game, we take the 1-0 lead in the first inning here. See if Parker's able to have a good start today. It's been kind of up and down. A lot of downs. So we go 1-2-3 that inning. Schneeman's been pretty hot to start the season out, which is nice for just a bench player. Parker taking care of that lead that we had, giving up the home run, unfortunately. So Framber is settling in a little bit with this 3rd strikeout, although Gabby Arias is going to hit a double to opposite field, which he loves to do in real life. He's always hitting opposite field. And Manzardo with another RBI. I think, or I don't know who else on RBI. Manzardo's got the 3rd base though, so I think he did something. Or no, he walked. I don't think he scored. All right, so another walk. So we have the game tied. And Rodriguez with the double. So our offense is starting to come alive. Rodriguez is, unlike in real life where he was traded to the Orioles after being waived, he's becoming a pretty good player for us. Ground ball is going to move him to third with 2 outs here. So it's 4-2 still. And another double. So we are putting it on Framber, which is kind of funny because it's similar to what they did in real life in their first start against Framber. They kind of put it on him. So Parker has some more run support for him. So hopefully he doesn't ruin it. Pitches a scoreless inning. Rocchio strikes out. It's beginning to rain. There's a lot of rain. I should just turn that off because it is kind of. I wonder if I actually can. We'll look at that after this game. Because I don't like when it's foggy like this. A wild pitch moves him to second base. All right, a line drive double play. I thought they hit a double and cleared the bases. So still 5-2. All right, Parker gets a solo home run. We would like for him to get through this fifth. We'd like for every starter to get through the fifth inning. And especially for Parker, there's a whole bunch of lefties in this lineup. So it's kind of surprising he's having as much struggles as he is. Is the game over? They gave us the win? That's maybe we don't want that. So Parker ends up throwing the complete game, 5 innings. I guess that counts as a complete game. That's kind of goofy though. Let's still look at that. So probably options. All right, so we're gonna take rainouts out and never really look at these other settings as well, but all right, so we have 2 more games against the Tigers. If we win 1 of 2, then we will have the ability to go for the sweep, or well, win the series, but then hopefully go for the sweep. So our bullpen, I mean, Joey Cantillo's his ERA is inflated because of his struggles as a starter, but as in the bullpen, he's been pretty good. Kate Smith's ERA is a bit inflated right now, but he's not going anywhere. So Walters, interesting pitcher, but we're just going to demote him straight up. Stinks that we lost Onhill, ruptured MCL. Usually is a really good utility man. But let's go ahead into this Detroit game. So we have a ready on the bump today. Check our lineup. So Jose is going to have the day off today. Yeah. So we got 2 catchers on the bench. Do either one of them have any speed? I don't. Probably not. Most catchers don't. So no, they're both pretty slow. Would love to have a massive output for offense so we can give Bazana some at bats, but we're gonna do that. I will take the win. Manzaro's gonna hit solo home runs, but we need a big dub for that to happen. And we need Gavin to pitch well. So he gets 2 strikeouts in the first inning. Bo pops out. Rodriguez, he's at an 11-game hitting streak. Looks like an error, but it's counted as an infield hit. Ball people, Rodriguez with the 11-game hitting streak. Gavin does walk and strike out a lot of people. 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, and a wild pitch. He's all over the place today. So only 1 out. He does get the big ground out. See if he's able to get the last out, and he is. The rain delay. Delay lasted 55 minutes. Well, I took out rainouts, so I don't know if that will. I guess that doesn't take away delays. But Schneeman's going to get a base hit here. Juan's going to strike out. See, like now it visually looks so much better than when it's all foggy. I don't know if there's a way to do that. And I don't know if I care enough to do it because it's mostly the beginning of the year. I've noticed it's a lot more rainouts, which I think is pretty realistic. All right, we have the bases loaded here with the walk. So we have Kafis set us up with one out. And he is going to hit a fielder's choice, but we are going to get a second run, which is good. Bo Naylor is going to swing, and it's a pass ball. So we get a third run and a ground out. So we are getting a little bit of a lead here. Hopefully Gavin can settle down with the walks. He does for this inning. Rodriguez, this might be the best hitter of all baseball. Double home run. So now he's hitting some dongs too. 2 home runs in a couple of games. So Brian Rocchio is going to reach on an error. Goofy throwing error. Schneem is going to move him over to second with a ground out. And another ground out, but we still have a 4-0 lead. He's only at 55 pitches despite having 3 walks. 4 walks. So he's running out of stamina already. Arias is going to get a leadoff walk here to start out the 5th. Manzardo's going to strike out. Kafis is going to hit a single here. Bo is going to hit a double, so we're going to get an opportunity to send someone home. Bounces over his head. It's going to say shallow, isn't it? Oh, it's very deep. It's fast runners. We're going to send him. And we end up scoring both runners. So they bring in the lefty. So now I think Jonathan's actually better against lefties than righties as far as his contact. So I guess that development changed. Walks that guy. Chase strikes out. In Rocchio. So this is exactly what we needed. So we're up 7. So Schneemann. Is where we can substitute sides. So we're going to throw Schneemann in. Or I mean, Bazana in. Have him go to second. Have him the short. Arias probably can play third. He does have a super strong arm. We're going to take Bo Naylor out for Cody Huff. Watch this blow up in my face and we lose, but surely we can't blow a 7-run lead. And Cody can play first a little bit. He can play catcher, so... See, I mean, it's only the 5th, so they should get a couple at-bats. And Bazana gets his first, I think it might be his first hit. We're going to hold him there. Is that Bazana's first hit? I think it is. And his first RBI. Even another error, so this game's going disastrous for Detroit. And a strikeout there ends the inning. So Gavin's already in the red. We're going to try to force him through this 5th. I don't know why he's so fatigued today. Maybe because of the rain delay. Just needs one more out. One more out. All right. The reason I wanted to force him through is just so he can get the decision. And we have an 8-run lead, so there's pretty low risk for us to do that. Cody Huff's first at bat. Leads off with a single. Similar to how Cozart, I think he got a hit in his first at bat as well. So we're in a really luxurious spot being up 8, so we have anyone that we bring in to throw in this inning. So we don't want to use a higher leverage guy. Cantillo's thrown a lot of innings this year because of the starts. This is kind of an interesting one. So I think what we'll do is go with Vesta for now, and then we can go with Brogdon after he inevitably gets tired. So they do get a run. So we just need our pitchers just to get through innings without giving up a giant 5 or 6 run spot. Then we'll be fine. Bazana's had like 3 walks as well. And a double play takes care of that inning. We'll leave Festa in for this inning. He's cooked. We'll bring Brogdon in. So you get 2 more runs. They're coming all the way back too, aren't they? All right, we got 2 outs. Still 8-4. We would like some offense. So Gabby Arias hits a base hit. I'm not even trolling with their bullpen picks either. These would be normal guys you'd bring in. All right, we're bringing in Hunter Gaddis. Get a double play. 8-4. Bazana with his second hit on the day. Juan with the double here, so we're getting some runs back that our bullpen gave up. We'll send them. So we get the basic clearing double there. Ground ball to third. So surely we can bring in a lower leverage arm like Brock or Holderman, and he not give up 7 runs. There we go, 11-4. We got some other guys, some at bats. We got Cozart 2 at bats, Huff 2, and Bazana had 2 at bats. Had a walk and actually had 3 at bats, or 3, I guess, plate appearances. So now we're above 500. We're going for the sweep on Detroit, who's in last place. They're 10 games under 500, so they're in a bit of a rough spot. Our lineup is starting to have a good problem of we have a lot of good hitters now. So Bazana played really well in his appearance the last game, so we're going to put him in the 9 hole and give him a start at second and move Rocchio over to there. Steeman isn't bad, but he just has more potential, so we're going to rock with him, and hopefully he does pretty well. Arias is also getting the day off. Not really sure if I want that. How did Rocchio do? Let's look at... So I guess he had 2 hits in his last game. We'll reward his good play. Gives us a right-handed bat off the bench, so if they bring in a lefty late and Bazana doesn't have any hits, then maybe we bring Gabby in to strike out, as he likes to do. So we're putting it on Justin Verlander pretty darn quick. We'll see if we get the steal here in a second. He's kind of refusing to steal. There we go. Manzardo is going to hit a ground ball, fielder's choice, move the runner to third, and score a run. So a really productive out. And Capus is going to hit a sacrifice fly. So we're able to get both runners in. Another game. So I think every game of the series we've taken the lead early, which has been really nice. Randy Vasquez gives up a solo home run in the first. He was our new acquisition. Just get the last out, buddy. Oh my goodness. All right, he's back to being a stinker. So we're probably not going to win this one. 6 runs in the first inning, similar to his first start. Rodriguez continues his hitting streak with another hit here. 2 straight hits to start off this inning. 3 straight hits to start out, so we are putting it on Justin Verlander. Bazana is going to hit a single, so we've had 4 straight singles. We're not going to send him here. Apparently it's very shallow. Especially the bases are still out. We got Quan up and 5. Is that really 5 straight hits? Does that count as an error? No. So 5 straight hits for us, which is hilarious. Jose, 6 straight hits. So Detroit's lead is completely gone. We've had 6 straight hits, and Manzardo is going to hit into a double play, unfortunately. And Capus flies out, but we come all the way back, so Randy Vasquez has new life. After giving up 6 in the first inning, we come back and score 4 more. Alright, pitches a scoreless second inning. We don't want him to get knocked out of the game quite this early. DeLauder's going to get a 2-out double. So they've already had to go into the bullpen. I didn't realize they took out Verlander already. Is Randy going to settle down? All right, he's able to get through three. We might have taken him out. Zana flies out. Juan flies out. And a strikeout. So we're still tied here. He's already thrown 100 pitches through 3 innings. A bit of a rough start, but we do have Cantillo who can give us some length. And they have a lot of lefties in their lineup today. And it's one of those things like Cantillo can get back his starting rotation spot if he continues to pitch well out of the bullpen and if Vasquez continues to struggle. So we don't get anything here in the fifth. So another good inning for him. Chase DeLauder has to come out of the game, unfortunately. He does hit a double, though. His second double on the day. So we have Schneemann, our Swiss Army knife that can play every position. Let's actually look at his pitching log. I think he's pitched well in his last couple of games. Yeah, so his last start was here. So his ERA started at 7.71, and every game it's gone down all the way to 5.64. So it's been trending in a positive direction. So he might be working his way back. I didn't realize he was 6'4". I feel like that's a bit of an exaggeration. Doesn't seem that tall. Pass ball is going to get the runner to the third. And Rokia is going to hit the RBI single, so now it's 7-6. Bazana's going to get a walk. He might just work his way into the lineup. He's good speed, gets on base a lot. He's had a couple of hits now. His on base percentage is 636. Yeah, because he's had a ton of walks. I think he's been hit once too. And Jose with a 3-run home run. So we are giving a ton of run support. This is fantastic. We have an offense now. Maybe Detroit just has really bad pitching. So Cantillo will definitely get through this inning. Schneemann gets a single. We have a ton of hits today. Yeah, 12 hits. We're going to hopefully get Cantillo through the 7th. Gives up a solo home run. Alright, he's going to have to come out. So we're in the 7th now. We're going to go with Sean. Bazana with his first career home run as well. He's just exploding onto the scene. Hey, we love to see it. So 2 straight hits, a home run and a single. Start out this 8th inning. Jose is going to ground out but move the runner to second base. Manzardo's going to get walked here. It's like the only person without a hit. He's 0 for 4. Hafis is going to ground out, move the runners both back up. Bo grounds out, so we don't get any more runs. We're going to leave Sean in for this 8th inning. He always makes me nervous. Gives up a single here with 2 outs and a 2-run home run. Makes me nervous for good reason. Let's see if he's able to get this last out. All right, so it's 11-9, high scoring game. We had Druin. He has a hit today. I mean, he's batting 340. It feels kind of goofy to consider taking him out, but we don't have any lefties on the bench. I know it wasn't Rodriguez didn't have a weird split against righties and lefties. It was Gabby Arias who has higher contact against righties than lefties. So we have a 2-run lead. So we're going to go with Cade here with his 5.02 ERA. Immediately giving up hits. See if he's able to lock it down. The double's not going to do that. All right. Making me nervous there with that. So we win. Is this the 3rd against Detroit? Oh, wow. That was the last game. So we got a full sweep, full 4-game sweep against Detroit. So that's really good. So DeLauder has a moderate sore ankle. So I think we just let him play through it. Before I would like throw him on the IL for 5 days. I don't mind it as much. So we can kind of work around that. But we'll risk it. risk it for the biscuit. So we're 2 games over 500 now. The White Sox are 7 games over 500. So we jump into the series against Philadelphia. So DeLauder is going to have the day off today, which makes sense. We're going to put Huff in instead of Cozart since it's a lefty. Sirens are coming for me. Unfortunate. I kind of want to give Bazana more at bats, but it's not like Schneeman's been a slouch either. And Manzardo's average is low, but like he's had 9 home runs, so it's you can't really take his bat out of the lineup. Kwan hasn't been too bad. He's not really like a good person to take out, especially against a lefty. So we'll let him platoon for now. I saw we got up to 8 concurrent viewers for a second. That's pretty cool, especially for a Hollow Park baseball stream. Well, let's see if we do anything in this first inning. We don't. Might be a low-scoring game for us because of Christopher Sanchez being a really good pitcher. See how Bibby's able to do. Got a scoreless first. With a ground out. But yeah, so we definitely got to keep Rodriguez in the lineup. He's on a 12-game hitting streak. And it's a lefty too, so it's a good matchup for him. So 2 scoreless for Bibby. We get a leadoff single though. We'd love to see that. Schneeman with a double. Yeah, that's what's difficult. It's a good problem to have if you have a lot of guys that are playing well. So Schneeman hits a double. Huff strikes out. It's unfortunate. Kwan, there we go. So he's able to hit a ground ball to get the run in on the fielder's choice. And Arias, yeah, Arias has lower contact against lefties than righties for some reason. A leadoff triple, so they're probably going to get that wild pitch that takes care of that. 1-out double there. It's a big strikeout, and he's able to keep it tied there, so it's 1-1. Jose with a solo home run. So he's up to 9, so he's tied. 3 guys are at 9 now. The most German amount of home runs that you can have. 999. So only 1 run for Bibby, so he's settled in pretty nicely. A leadoff triple for us. So 2 triples in 1 game. See if Schneeman's able to hit him in. He's able to get his second hit on the day. Schneeman's just a beast. I think Cozart pops out. Oh, I thought he struck out again. Or that was Cody Huff. A double here. And a sacrifice fly, so we get run number 4. Our offense is doing so much now. An RBI single. We get a 5th run. It's just luxurious. It's luxurious to have runs now. Makes pitching a lot less stressful. You can push guys through more innings and not worry about them giving up a run or 2. He's only at 59 pitches, so he's been efficient as well. So he's at about 70 now. We should have pinched hit for Huff. Arias gets to walk here. Manzardo strikes out. Jose flies out. Oh, it's an error. I don't know if he's had a hit today. His hit streak might come to an end. All right, Huff's 0 for 3, so we're going to pinch hit and give Cozart the at-bat. He flies out. Unfortunate. So I don't think, well, we're going to get a complete game from Bibby most likely. Gives up a solo home run here. So he gave up two runs, but he's able to throw a complete game with 110 pitches. So we'll take that every day. So I think, did Rodriguez get a hit that game? Let's look at his. Nope. So his hitting streak ended at 12, I think. So that's pretty good to actually see that. I think we can look at. Can we see? I guess it doesn't show that. That's yeah, I don't know. All right. We're 3 games over 500, so we're on a bit of a tear. How many games in a row have we won? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 games in a row too. So we are actually on fire. It's really coming like our pitching's been pretty good, but our offense has just been fantastic. So they have a lefty on the bump today. Arias for some reason is not getting the start, which in a sense makes sense because Schneeman has been batting well, but we want we want Arias in there. And how did he do last game? So like he's just too good not to put in. I mean, Schneeman's kind of in that similar boat. Honestly, we'll just keep Schneeman in center field for a couple days. If Schneeman gets tired, we can put DeLauder in, but I think we'll approach it that way instead of putting him on the IL. Manzardo gets a single here with 2 outs. And a ground out. So we'll see how Slade's able to do today. He's been pitching pretty well this year for us. What's his record this year? 3-2, so not too bad. Not that wins really matter for pitchers. It looks good. Looks good when they have a good win-loss record. We get the leadoff hit. We move him to scoring position with 2 outs and a 2-run home run. So it didn't matter what position he's in if Jose's going to hit a home run. So we'll take that. So that's Jose's 10th of the year. First person on our team to break double digits. So again, we take the lead in the game. Some might say that if you score more runs than the other team before if you score before the other team, you win a lot of games. They tie up the game though. Come on, Slade. I was fumbling through that sentence and he let me down. So 2 straight hits for us, a little bloop or infield hit. We'll take it. Bo strikes out. Rocchio's going to fly out. And Schneeman, he's going to ground out. So we got some guys on, but not able to move them across. See if Slade's able to continue to deal. He does a good job. And so we're still tied. Manzardo flies out. So they bring in a new pitcher. So it's where we could mess around and bring someone else in. We could throw in. He does have a hit today. I don't think we want to bring DeLauder in. We're going to let Rodriguez hit here. If they have a righty in when it gets to Arias, we might pinch hit for him. We'll see, though. All right, Slade's made it through 6, which is really good. Strikeout here. Schneeman. All right, he's at 89, so it's kind of risky to leave him in. And the risk did not pay off, so he gives up the solo home run. So we're down a run. So Arias, he actually has better. I forgot he's the weirdo that has a better contact against righties. Strikes out, though. All right, Slade gave up 3. He's in line for the loss today, unfortunately. We're going to bring in Gaddis here for the 8th. We're able to hold him there. We have one more chance to score. Manzardo gets the leadoff hit, so we're going to pinch run for him. Perfect time for Bazana to come in. He has good speed. You can try to send him as well. Hot. And we strike out. And we so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. So our win streak ends at 8. We still have a chance to win the series, though. We're still over 500. I guess we would have had one more at bat if we didn't get caught stealing, but that's why we bring in speed, try to get them in scoring position. So they have a righty on the bump today. So Quan is getting the day off. I think we let Bazana play some right field today. I think we got him some right field experience, yeah. He's better in left field, so we're going to put DeLauder in right field and him in left. And I guess we'll see what he did last game. 1 for 4, so cooled off a little bit. Good day for a day off for him. Parker's 3-4 in the year with a 5.25 ERA, so he's up and down. Schneemann is leading off for us. Parker hits the first batter. Weird strat there, Parker, but I guess it worked out. Manzardo strikes out. He has 3 strikeouts already. 4 strikeouts already. Strike 3. DeLauder flies out. Another fly out. And a strikeout. Two outs with a runner in scoring position. He's able to work around it. Schneemann strikes out. Aaronola strike. Is he rated well or something? No, he's just good control. Apparently that's your Achilles heel. He walks Jose though. And Manzardo grounds out. So neither team has a hit actually. There's their first hit. First 2 hits. As if on cue. And they get a run. Oh. Parker collapsed in this 4th inning here. Aaronola not collapsing. So he gives up a 5th run. And we might lose this series. Our offense has to come alive. It's our first hit. So we're not getting no hit, but yeah, Parker just has to come out. He's just not very good today. So we're down 5, so it's probably a Matt Festa game. Still 5-0. So Matt Festa gives up another run. Aaronola is just mowing us down. We get a double there. Move him to 3rd with 2 outs. We're not able to score him. We're down 6, so we're just going to leave Festa in. We're going to burn through him. Gets through the 8th inning. They didn't let him finish out that game, so we get shut out. So our offense just turned completely off, so that's not good. And so what we're going to do with Festa, since he is all fatigued, I guess we'll move to the next day. We're going to throw him on waivers. And then we'll look at AAA. So a lot of guys that we can bring up. Andrew Walters is also here, um, and he's probably the best pitcher that we bring up, and he's 100% rested. So that's the man. Daniel Espino has been doing well in his closer role. We're transitioning him to be a bullpen arm instead of a starter since he is always hurt. He pitched well in his brief appearance that he had at the major league level, but we have better pitchers that we can trust a little bit more, at least for the bullpen. So now we play Washington. We are game over 500. We want to catch the White Sox, 2.5 games back from them. All right, Miles Mikolas. I think I'm fine with this lineup. We'll give Arias the day off. So see how Gavin does today. Lead off hit for him and a bunt. It's so much bunting. I feel like they don't bunt as much in real life. Loads the bases up. And gets another strikeout, so gets out of that bases loaded jam. Jose with a solo home run. 11th on the year. Capus with a infield hit, so we're going to try to get him in the scoring position. For Chase, who hits a double and gets the run in. Really good start for our offense. Jonathan is going to fly out. So we having 2 strikeouts and a walk in the first inning. They're trying to bunt. What are we doing? Trying to get a bunting hit. That's crazy work. Schneemann with the base hit here. Hard to take him out of the lineup. He's batting what? So it's over 304. He's batting over 300 now.
Strike 3.
I might just start bunting with the Cozart and Huff. They might just be a pitcher. Treat them like the old days when the pitchers would come up and just bunt every time. Jose gets a walk. We're going to be aggressive and try to get him the second. He didn't want to steal. Ground ball gets him the second, and Capes is going to hit a single. I think it will give us an opportunity to have him go home. It's a good runner, has a normal arm. We're going to send him, and he's safe at home. So we're able to get the third run there. Dylan Cruz, he's always an interesting player in these games. So pretty good season so far for him. A single here is going to get runners on the corners with 1 out. We're going to do something aggressive with Chase. All right, we did try to steal with him. It didn't work out. Bases are loaded now for Rocchio. And he's going to hit a single here. It's just going to get us another run. Keep your hands off the keyboard, or it doesn't give us a chance to have anyone steal or to go into home. Schneemann is going to hit a fielder's choice and get us another run. So we're up to 5. Cozart, there's 2 outs there. He gets a walk, so that's productive for him. And Kwan is going to get a walk, so that's going to be run number 6. So the guy they brought in for the bullpen walked the first guy. Jose is going to ground out, but we do get 4 more runs in that inning. So Gavin has a ton of run support. Should be more than what he needs, unless he collapses here. My goodness. So they do get a run. He might not make it very deep in this game if he keeps throwing that many pitches. Manzardo's going to start off the 4th inning with the double. Center fielder's just not interested in that ball. I guess it bounced over. That's a pretty funny animation. He just didn't even attempt to go and get it. DeLauder grounds out, and Rodriguez gets out as well. So Gavin's at 60 pitches, so it's actually not too bad. So he should be able to make it through the 6th for sure. Brian Rocchio with a solo home run. Schneemann with a fly out. Leave Cozart out there since it's a righty. Kwan gets a walk. All right, Gavin's at 69 pitches. He makes it through. Manzardo strikes out. Kafis gets a walk here, so we're going to give him the steal. Hit DeLauder. Pass ball gets him the third, so maybe DeLauder can hit him in. He flies out. Unfortunate. And Rodriguez pops out as well, so not able to get him in. Gavin's at 86 pitches. Gives out a 2-out double, and is able to get through 7. So 1 run through 7, that is a really good outing for him. Schneemann with another hit, an infield hit this time. Cozart 0 for 2 on the day. 0 for 3. Ooh, whoop. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. I guess I have bricks for hands. I just randomly had my hands just like, I was very confused. I thought the game was glitching out. So our bullpen's in a really good spot right now. So we have a lot of different guys that we can bring in. Walters hasn't pitched yet this year, so we're going to give him the rest of this inning. So that's going to be charged to... Oh no, they threw him out at home. Never mind. Walters gives up a 3-run home run. So I think one of those is charged to Gavin. I guess we'll see after this game. So pretty rough outing for him, but this is the kind of run support that we'd like to have for him at this point. We're going to pinch run for him at this point, since he's not going to have another at bat, and then we'll give Bazana the chance to get to second. Gets the steal this time. Kafis strikes out, unfortunately. DeLauder's going to hit a single, and infield single, so not able to get him the third. We're going to look to pinch run for him as well. We're going to throw Arias out there. He's a little bit faster. What we're going to do is put him at short, send Schneemann out to the outfield, and I think we go for the steal. It worked out. So Rodriguez is going to hit a single here, so he's going to get one of the runs in. They had to wait to see if it landed, so that works out. Rodriguez also has pretty decent speed, but I don't feel like he has a high enough steal rating to make it worth the risk. Plus there's a walk, so don't really have to worry about that. Schneemann has 2 hits in the day and an RBI, so we give him the chance to hit another one. He's just been an MVP level player for us. 312 average. He's not even playing every day. So Cozart 0 for 3 on the day. They still have the lefty up, so we'll pinch hit and bring in Huff, the righty. Will it matter? Probably not, but we'll see. We got 1 out here, and he rolls into a double play, which, I mean, to be fair, that's probably what Cozart would have done. So Walter's a bit of a rough first outing for him. Only a 40.5 ERA. As what you do. A lot of people are healthy right now. I think we go with Gaddis, get him a couple more innings. Or get him this 1 inning, I should say. There we go. So we take the first one against Washington. Good offense for the boys. So we're 1.5 games back of the wild card. After this series, we will look at the minor leagues, and then we'll be all done. Kafis is going to need the day off today, I believe. He's 86%. I think he's fine. But do we have anyone else? Like, we have these 2 fellers that are not hitting much anything. Well, we could put them in. So Bazana's in. Jose, he's at 68%, and Rocchio's at 82%. So I guess above 85 is usually that benchmark. And he has, yeah, it's just too much goodness in him to take him out of the game. Looks like my video from yesterday finished rendering. So we're going to start that upload here. Randy, it's been a very scary starter for us. We'll see how he does today. To be honest, as a 5th starter, like, he's kind of has that roll down perfect. And he's been eating innings too. Even when he's pitched poorly, he's been not throwing a lot of pitches, so We can appreciate that. Two scoreless innings for him, so we need some run support for him. We get a single here for Rodriguez with two outs and a lot of grounds out, so unfortunate. So see if he continues to pitch well. He has 5 strikeouts already. Gives up the solo home run. We expected as much. Bazana strikes out. Schneemann gets on base. We're going to be aggressive and steal. Didn't want to steal. Base hit, doesn't matter. Do we go for the double steal? I think we try it. Okay, they didn't want to go. Schneemann's afraid. Double play. I guess it wouldn't have mattered. So we're down a run. Hits CJ Abrams for some reason and gives up a single. All right, he's able to work out of that despite hitting a batter and giving up a hit. Manzardo flies out here to start out the 4th inning. Kafis gets a walk. We should be able to get him to second. Bo Naylor flies out, and Rodriguez grounds out, unfortunately. So he's at 71 pitches. We'll see if he can get through this 5th at least. Gives up a 2-run home run. It's about the production that we expect from him. We can't just score zero runs, though, and win games. We're not going to try to steal with 2 outs. A wild pitch gets him the second anyway. And a fly out, so still nothing. He's at 83, so we push him through the 6. Gives up a 4th run, but he gets through 6 innings. Arias gets hit. They bring in a new pitcher. We get a single here, so we get 2 guys on. Kafis is going to hit into a fielder's choice. We should be able to get him in the scoring position. Bo Naylor, he flies out. Rodriguez hits a single, so that's going to score us at least 1. Let's see what the average depth. We're going to send him, and he's safe, so we get 2 runs. Really good. So a 2 RBI single for Rodriguez, and Delauder grounds out, so we're making our way back. 4 runs through 6 innings. Not the greatest, but he eats innings, and he's been pretty good at that. I mean, 54 innings already. I think he didn't throw much. No, he threw 22 innings for San Diego, so he's just been eating innings. He's actually 3-0 with us, which is hilarious with such a high ERA still, but we're in this, we're down to, who's up? A righty. I think we bring Cantillo in because it's a righty, but then Garcia's up, House and Woods, so there's a good amount of lefties. And Cantillo can definitely throw 2 innings for us. Gives up the solo home run. That, yikes. Alright, so we're down 4. See if we can get some offense going. A 2-out single and a strikeout, so unfortunate for us. Leave Joey out there for the 8th. He might even pitch the 9th too. Although we're not going to get to the 9th because they won't need it because we're down 5 runs. I guess they'll have the bottom of the 8th. Or no, this is the bottom of the 8th. What am I saying? Top of the 9th. We're the home team. Chase? No. Unfortunate, so Cantillo's a bit of a struggle today, but that's alright. We didn't score any runs. So we lose this one 8-2, unfortunately. Win the first one against the Nationals, lose the second one, so we have the rubber match here. So that's Randy Vasquez's first loss on the year. It's weird that that's only one that's his O swing is super high. So Tanner Bybee is getting the start today. Bo Naylor's on a bit of a cold streak, but it doesn't really matter because we don't have other catchers that can hit. So As bad as he can be, it doesn't really matter. We can move him down in the lineup, though. Will that help? Probably not, but we can move Rodriguez up a little bit, which he's still been on a tear. He's batting better at the majors than he did at Double A. It's no problem for us. All right, we'll see how Bibby does today. Third game. This will be the last game that we play today. Gives up to solo home run, so we're at a quick deficit. Not a good sign. Jose says sign. Let me hit a sign out there. So he hits his 12th of the year. So he's on a bit of a heater now. All right. So 1-1 still. Rodriguez with a single. He's just been popping off. His slugging's pretty good too. Chase with a single, 2 straight hits, a little infield single. Rocchio strikes out. And we don't get anything. I accidentally clicked through way too fast. I'm like holding down my hand on the button so it just hyper goes through instead of waiting at least a second. I don't normally watch all the animations, but a leadoff double for Kwan here to right center field. Would love to see that. Arias flies out. Ramirez reaches on an error. What? Boop. Alright. That's hilarious. We're going to have him steal second. Oh, he gets caught. It's diabolical work. I don't think that would have been deep enough to score him anyway, so probably wouldn't have mattered. Stinks that Jose got caught, though. Still 1-1. A double here. Oh, my goodness. So, Jonathan Rodriguez gets thrown out trying to go for third. We couldn't hold him up. He ran through the stop sign. Is that a home run? Rocchio? Known power hitter. He's up to 4 on the year. Bo Naylor's getting off his cold streak with a single. Zach Littell strikes out Schneemann. 6 strikeouts for him. He got through the 5th, so he's in line for a dub. Let's be aggressive and have Kwan steal. Arias is going to move him over to the 3rd with the sacrifice fly, and Jose is going to clutch up with the infield fly out. And Manzardo, big strikeout. So we're still up a run, though. He's at only 67 pitches, so it's actually really low pitch count. So he'll make it through this 6th inning. Rodriguez with another hit. Dude's just a machine. It's an absolute machine for us. And Rocchio rolls a double play. So 74 pitches. Is that a 2-out single and a walk, but he's able to work out of it. So 7 innings for him. I think he's thrown a complete game. We'll have to look at it when he comes back out. I think he was the one that threw a complete game earlier. Oh yeah, so not the last start. So he's been a actual workhorse. So 9 innings, 7, 9, 7. So been really good. All right, so he's at 86 pitches. We would love to get him another run. Oh no. Bibby, no. We're down a run. Not good. He's at 107 pitches, so he's going to have to come out regardless. We're going to bring in Cade Smith. Gets caught stealing. Gets a second out. Gives up a single. 2 singles. He's able to work out of it. All right, Jonathan Rodriguez, 3 for 3 on the day. 4 for 4. Goodness gracious. All right, Chase the Lauder is up. I don't think we pinch run for him because his speed is already pretty good. The Lauder strikes out. Rocchio does have a home run today. He gets a walk here. Bo Naylor does have a hit. Oh, but do we pinch hit for him? I mean, we have Bazana. I think we just rock with him. Rock with our man. Fielder's choice. Winning run is at second base. Is Schneemann gonna? He's 0 for 3 on the day. Is he gonna clutch up? Oh my goodness, he does. Schneemann, ice in his vein. That's like his third game-winning hit this year for us. He has some clutch factor we don't know about. So Schneemann with the game-winning single to win the game in the bottom of the ninth. That is actually hilarious. Does he like? Is there some sort of rating of being clutch or something that we don't know about? Let's actually go under the hood. See if he can. He actually can learn first base. He can learn every position. He's a beast. So let's go to. Well, we'll leave the game here. Tanner, does he end up getting the win? No, Kate Smith gets the win. So, I mean, if Tanner didn't give up that home run, he would have been in line for the win. But pitched really well. So we're going to leave this here for now. Um, what I want to do is actually go to Schneemann. We'll go to editor. Is there, no, we can't see. All right. We have to go really under the hood. So if you go into here and, oh, we can't turn on that option, can we? Nope. So if we mess up a trade or something, we are stuck with that trade. But I wish there was a way to look at. So like the editor, we can edit these kind of things, but I just want to see is like full rating. So normally, if you're playing in the normal mode, you can go into here and you can change and edit like their ratings and stuff if you wanted. So it's limited option in challenge mode, um, which I get that it should be limited in this in the challenge mode, but I just want to see it, which I guess is fine. I guess if you could see it, you could leverage it to get a bunch of guys that are clutch on your team. But hey, we'll certainly take it. So Festa honestly probably just goes to AAA. So we'll actually go forward. And then let's look at our dudes. So Stars are doing pretty well. We got a lot of bullpen arms. I don't think anyone's going to want him as far as a trade goes. It's not bad to have in AAA, but man, there's nobody wants to trade for anyone. Let's see if Daniel Espino, just to see if anyone is willing to trade for any player. So he does have some value still. Not really anyone that I want here, but at least it knows that the trade system actually works. What about Matt? Just shopping random guys around just to see. Right, so we got some guys off to hot starts like David Fry, who is kind of a major league hitter. Hasn't really done much. 235, one hit. Midlanto Latino still doing well. And AAA, same with Cooper. I mean, Cozart 1 for 11. I think we send Cozart back down. Engel's not going to get as many at bats. That's kind of the other thing too is like Engel's not going to get if we bring him up, he's just not going to bat a lot for us. And I guess he can also play some left field. How old is he? 24. Yeah, we might as well let him be on the roster. I think that will be better. So we have three catchers on the roster. Bo Naylor being the best of the three, best of the rest. Bazanis still off to a pretty decent start. Um, and Schneemann, I mean, he's just a beast. Oh yeah, walk off. So like he's had three walk off hits this year. Okay, so it's not just me thinking that. This year he's had three walk off hits against Houston, against the Twins, and now against the Nationals. So he has a clutch gene in him for sure. So normally I just kind of just get rid of him in most of these rebuilds I've done involving him because he's not usually rated that high. But I mean, if he's going to keep doing stuff like that, then we got to keep rocking with him for sure. But we are currently 30 and 28. Um, let's check the other levels. So like we can look at double A too. He has 10 hits and 20 at bats. That's actually bonkers. That's an insane start. Obviously, it's only 20 at bats, but same with like Tommy Hawk here. To have 11 hits and 26 at bats is kind of insane. Let's look at our pitchers. So Caden's actually been pitching really well. So that's good to see. See if anyone else with a good amount of innings. Franco, kind of doing what we expected he should be able to do. It's kind of nice we have a lot of pitchers. I'm trying not just to release guys when they're two stars and trying to just let them, you know, be just fodder in different levels of play um, to see what they're able to do. So we're going to send him to Hill City. Leave everyone else there. He's off to a crazy hot start. So some of these guys are responding really well to the promotions. So we'd love to see that. Let's actually look to see kind of the opposite if anyone's struggling in a lot of bats. So Brito is, uh, Jace is as well, 176 and 34 at bats. So not too great, but at the same time, he might just be where he needs to be for now. We just want him to develop though. Yeah, David Fry, he just would love for someone to take him. Would literally take any player because I want Jace to get more at bats anyway. So I think what we do is we don't really need to lock him to the team since we do everything, but we're gonna force him to start at first base. We just want him to get more at bats than David Fry. Yeah, he's just like a poor man's utility player. Did he even get an at bat for us? Oh yeah, two at bats. Right, as I say, I thought he got I thought he made an appearance. Yeah, let's look at pitchers as well. So we'll do reverse by FIP and see. I mean, obviously this guy's with only a couple of innings, aren't really there. So Justin Campbell 12, Hartle's pretty high. So those are all starters, so I'm not too worried about them. So nobody else really needs to move around. Arias here. So he's struggling in double A. He's 24. Pretty big. sample size, so we'll just go ahead and move on from him. Rager, 23, so starting pitcher. They seem to, at least even in AAA, they seem to have pretty high FIPS anyway. So, keep in there. Trenton, in 20 innings. I think he actually had an appearance. No, he actually didn't make it to the major leagues. I think we brought him up for a second. But not, I mean, like, 20 innings isn't a nothing, but it's not a big enough sample size. What I'm going to do is look at batting super stats, and we'll do reverse wheel, but we should do that for AAA as well. So Jace, his wool was pretty bad. Hmm. Let's have a lot of outfielders. We have nobody that plays shortstop, so we're going to see if any of these guys can learn shortstop. He throws right, so set his position to shortstop as well. Juan Benjamin can play a little bit of short. I know Angel can. He's maxed out at shortstop, though. Second base, he still has more potential. Same with the outfield. Just put a lot of guys at shortstop. Why not? We have plenty of outfielders, so we don't have to worry about that. Set Khalil to left field. Surely one of these guys will be able to learn short. And we'll leave Jason in the outfield because he does have really good potential and he usually does develop pretty well in the outfield. PD as well is a really good outfielder. So we're going to leave him out there as well. I guess Esteban. Yeah. All right, so who's at shortstop now? Milan Tolentino. So um, I think that force start use at. I just want them to be forced to be used. I wish that was kind of an option. I don't want him to be forced to start, but we'll leave those guys there. See if any of them can learn shortstop. Jace will get more at bats, get a bigger sample. He might have to go back to Double A for a bit. So, um, not a ton of batted ball data for these guys. So he batted well in Lakeland, and he's just come up. And we brought him up, and he's batting a little bit better. So leave those guys there. We just looked at them, so let's go back to Lake County. So, again, pretty small sample size. Garcia has a bigger one, but still has good potential. He's doing terrible. We'll send him to Hill City. Catchers, we need to leave here. We'll send him up. The rest of these guys don't have a ton. I guess Howard can go up. It's like, yeah. All right. So the FIP here, they don't have a lot of innings, so we're not worried about moving any of them. And then not a lot of innings for these guys either. And just not a lot of guys at the ACL for hitters. So they haven't started yet. Let's go back to here. Only have one international player and he's a pitcher. So leave him there. I kind of want to look at minor league players if we can fill out the ACL with some younger players. And what we'll do is go with batting potential. There we go. So we'll offer these three, I guess, middle infielder, outfielder, and I guess their contact as potential isn't really that great. Doesn't really matter though. Offer them some contracts. Power potential. Get some of these guys contracts. Hmm. Oh. All right, so we'll leave that there. Let's look at pitchers. Yeah, pitchers potential. So nobody with extremely high velocity potential. Just clear this out. Well, that's pretty cool. 100-mile-an-hour plus. We'll send him a contract, even though we don't really need more minor league pitchers. Actually, yeah, it's not. Two is enough. We don't need to flood our system with it, but let's go batting potential for everyone. This random pitcher has really good speed. Should probably look at the actual players. All right, so we can offer him a contract. He has good speed. Offer those guys as well. I don't imagine a lot of these guys will really negotiate for contracts, so I'll just be happy to get signed to anything. All right, offer those guys. Nolan Jones. Nobody wants him. No, we just released him. He has good eye potential still. Hey, we'll sign him back. Why not? Guy hits bombs. Throw him a contract. Why not? Edwin Diaz, not the closer. Tim Anderson's a free agent still. Did he retire? Oh, he's still a free agent. So who knows if he's actually going to come back or not? Probably not. He's past his prime a while ago. Hey, we'll throw him a contract. Why not? All right. I lied. I want to play one more series against Boston, mostly just to see the prospects. I want to see if we can get some of those guys signed. So we're gonna jump in this game, and I'm gonna grab more coffee. Hopefully, none of those guys try to negotiate because they're not gonna get negotiated with. Slade gets a hit, but gives a double play immediately after that, so a good start for him. Juan flies out, a ground out, and nothing for us. Slade's been pretty solid for us. Really love to see that. Nice surprise. Gives up a hit. They have to take him out. He's hurt. Fielder's choice, though. So still scoreless for him. We get a hit here. Kafis rolls a double play. And Schneemann strikes out. We just need to only use Schneemann in like the bottom of the ninth when we need a clutch hit. He'll bat 1,000. It's actually insane that he has 3 game-winning hits this year. So leadoff double is a good way to start this inning. We move him to third with the ground ball to the catcher. Jose is going to hit a sacrifice fly, so we manufacture a run. Small ball for the win. Manzardo with a 2-out double here to, I guess, over the right fielder's head. Nice jump. Nerd. And a strikeout for Bo Naylor. So he's at 40 pitches. Gives out a 1-out double. A single, but they don't score. He gets a big strikeout. We'll see if he's able to hold him, and he is. He's able to work around the double and the single. Rodriguez, the big infield hit. There's so many infield hits. He's batting 362. It's actually insane. So 2 straight hits. We get runners on the corner. We're going to make the risky move and have him try to steal. Alright, he didn't want to try to steal. Too scared. Look, there's a pick off the first. Kapis strikes out, unfortunately. Schneemann. Just put guys in a hard spot. Just put them in a difficult spot. Runners in scoring position. He hits bombs. Bottom of the ninth. Singles. Schneemann is just a beast. 314, 5 home runs. Kwan gets on base. It's actually insane how well he's been hitting this year. So we have a 4-0 lead for Slade. He's given up a couple hits, but he's worked around it. He's had 6 strikeouts. I don't know why it showed us that foul ball. Hit a batter. Guess he didn't like that foul ball. Gives up a 3-run home run, but we still have a lead. Slade was pitching so well, too. Was playing with fire, though, with all those base runners. So he's at 83 pitches. Oh, he blows the lead. Gets a strikeout. See if he gets the last out. He does. He's not in line for the win anymore. Where's Schneem? Schneem is not hitting bombs. Alright, we're going to take him out. Unfortunately, he gave up too many runs. We're going to bring in Sean for this inning. He's been pitching, well, let's say he has been pitching better, but gives up the 2-run home run and then a solo. Yikes. So we get the leadoff walk. Fly out. Another strikeout. And Manzardo grounds out. Oh, Sean, my goodness, buddy. So unfortunately, the Red Sox are going to win this first game here. They're just putting it on us. Sean doesn't get to come out, so we're down 4 here. Unfortunate. But the Red Sox came to hit, and they saved all their hitting till after the 6th inning. And we did not do anything to put a stop to it. So, unfortunate for Slade, but hey, he had the opportunity. And he wasn't at an extremely high pitch count or anything. We weren't trying to force him in the red. Did we not sign anyone? Okay, they all favor the offer. They're all happy for the contract. The Tim Anderson comeback. That would be funny. He has to do well in the minors, though. Probably won't. Alright, we get the leadoff single for playing in the fog. Strikeouts. An error, we'll take it. We'll take what we can get. Nice throw, nerd. Manzardo reaches on an error. Back-to-back errors. They have it shortstop. Trevor Story has 2 errors in the first inning. And we roll a double play. Should have been another error. Parker has been very, very not good a lot of the year. This 5.4 ERA, so hopefully he's able to have a good start for us today. A 2-out double. He's able to work around that, so 3 scoreless for him. A leadoff single for Rocchio. Juan with a hit, so back-to-back hits. Arias, back-to-back hits. So we get the first run of the game. Jose gets a walk here, so the bases are loaded for Manzardo. Really good spot for us. Sacrifice fly, we'll take it. Bo Naylor, he's going to pop out, unfortunately. Oh, I didn't mean to send him. Oh, that's dumb. Usually you don't get that option, so he goes to third and gets thrown out. I didn't mean to send him. Just click and enter too many times. on Parker. All right, gives up a run. Blows the lead. The lead was nice. Jonathan Rodriguez continues to be the best hitter of all time with a leadoff double. DeLauder flies out. Capus, wild pitch, so he gets to third. And Capus gets walked here. We're going to get him to scoring position. Rocchio is going to hit a double and score both runs. We're dragging Parker to the finish line. Ground ball moves him to third. And Arias with a single is able to score him in. So he's over 30. What's he at now? 30, 32 RBIs on the year. Manzardo's the only one with more. My goodness, I had to sneeze. Thankfully, I muted the mic so I didn't blow your eardrums off. Come on, Barker, make it through 5. All right, two runs through 5. We'll take it from him. Manzardo gets walked here. Bo with a single, so we get runners on the corner. Jonathan, just continuing to mash the ball. An RBI single for him. Chase flies out. And I guess, is that a double? Or a 2-run double, yeah. So he gets it all the way to the wall. So a 2-run double, so we have 8-2. Peyton Tolley's in. He's going to get the fly out. So we have a 6-run lead. Parker's at 97. We're going to give him to a base runner. Makes it through 6. That's really good for him. Arias with a single here. Ramirez flies out. Manzardo strikes out. And Bo Naylor grounds out. So Parker ends up with a really good start. So if we can hold on to the lead, then we should be able to get the win. We're in the 7th now. So with the 6-run lead, it's actually a good opportunity for Walters to get some more time. Gives up the leadoff double, gets a strikeout, gives up a single, and he gets a double play, so he's able to throw a scoreless inning. Chase DeLauder with the walk there. What we're going to do is give... Vizana's been really useful off the bench as well, just for his speed. So we'll throw him to first, and Kafis to left field, and Quan will go out to center. And we go for the steal. We brought you in for speed. You need to go, you need to steal. There we go. We'll have him take a pitch. Alright, swing away, buddy. Big double for Kafis, so Vizana comes in, gets a steal, and gets a score, or scores a run. Rocchio with the double, so now it is 10-2, so we are really putting it on him. So Quan has 2 hits on the day. Is there anyone else that we should get at bats today? I mean, we always want to get Schneeman at bats, so it doesn't really matter, but we'll let Quan swing away. So he flies out. Arias, 3 for 4 on the day. He gets a walk here. Jose, 0 for 3 on the day. I don't think we ever pinch hit for him. He hits a single. Manzardo, 0 for 2 on the day. Doesn't have an RBI. It is a lefty up, so I think we actually do pinch hit for him. Controversial. Nah, we don't have anyone to bring in. Just Cody Huff. And do we really want the Cody Huff to bat instead of him? So we let Manzardo swing away. He grounds out. So we're in the 8th now. We have an 8-run lead. So Walters should be able to pitch with ease. Bo Naylor's 1 for 4. They brought in the righty. So we're going to bring in Cooper, give him an at-bat, and leave him in at the catcher position. And, yeah, we'll see. So Cooper grounds out. I think we give Huff an at-bat here. Then we leave him in right field. And that will give Bazana an at-bat as well. Bazana with an infield hit, so we'll take that. See if he gets another steal. Kafis. He's going to fly out. All right, Walters is at 21 pitches. Gives up a 2-out double, a single, and a passed ball. He gives up a run, but we pushed him beyond where he should have been. So he threw 3 solid innings. So that's really good for a reliever. Parker Messick actually gets through 6, which is good. Only 2 runs. And I guess that wasn't an earned run that he gave up too. Did we have an error or something? No, I don't know why that wasn't an earned run, but I'm sure he won't question it. So we lose the first game against the Red Sox. We win the second game. See if all our guys are signing. There we go. Can we send him to Lake County? All right, we can't. We can send him to Double A though. Or he's already in Double A. What am I doing? Timmy. We're gonna send. Okay, that's what I would do. Send him to Double A. Julian Fernandez. So all these guys will just go to Double A for now. I think some of them can go even lower. All right, we can't send them there. Is it already in Double A? He's in Double A. All right, so some of the guys they just straight up send them there. So it's actually pretty good distribution. Send him to Double A. Send him to Detroit. We basically don't want any of these guys to be at AAA. All right, so we're vibing there. All right. So I guess for future reference, if we sign minor league free agents, we want to sign the ones that are able to go to the really low levels if we can. But I'm not too worried about it. We can be a little bloated right now. So like the Rubber Ducks have 40 guys on it, so it's probably a little bit too many. But that's all right. That to be all right for now. All right, Cooper's getting the start today because Bo's a little bit sleepy. I kind of want to give Bazana some at bats, but who they have up? They have a lefty up, so not today. So see if we win the series against Boston here, then we will truly be done. Gavin is trying to make it so we lose this series here. Quick 4-0 lead for them. So a terrible start for our pitching. Arias gets a base hit. Double play takes care of that. Five 0 lead, so he's not making it any easier for us. This is probably his worst start of the year. It's bound to happen. Is he rated pretty well? Yeah, he's full 3 stars. So, good pitcher for Boston. We had a double here. Big offensive output. Only our second hit. 2 guys on base. Manzardo. All right, he cuts the lead in half. Ramirez gets a hit. Rodriguez with a hit. All right, we're starting to mash the ball this inning. Capus pops out. Rocchio with a single. We didn't hit enter twice. We're going to hold him up there, because they always get thrown out. Sacrifice fly gets us a 4th run. Cooper. There we go. He gets a single. Fresh up from AAA. RBI single. Kwan reaches on an error. We'll take it. They've had a lot of errors. All right, Arias.
Strike 3.
Ooh. Unfortunate. We do get 5 across, though. So Gavin has new life. We'll see if he can get through this 5th inning for us unscathed. All right, still 6-5. They bring in a new pitcher. Gets walked, or walks Kyle Manzardo to start off the inning. A fly out. Rodriguez strikes out. And Capus strikes out, so we're not able to do anything there. Unfortunate. Gavin's at 104, so he's got to come out. Our offense is starting to pick him up a little bit. They have a righty up, so I think we go with Brogdon. See how he's able to do this inning. I don't trust him. And we haven't seen Dombrowski in a while, and it's a lefty matchup. Yikes. So they get a 7th run. Oh my goodness. All right, well, we're cooked. We are cooked. Unfortunate for Dombrowski. So Manzardo gets walked. Which means we do our patent and throw in Bazana. Alright, he doesn't want to steal. I don't blame him. The double there is going to get runners into scoring position. So runs 6 and 7 are on the base. Rodriguez is able to get one of them in, so it's 6-10 now. Capus with a single is able to get the other run in. He should be able to get the second. Oh, he gets caught. And then he strikes out. So Dombrowski, unfortunately, has given up 2 earned runs, 3 hits. Not a good start for him. So we'll go with Holderman here. And Boston just hitting the ball all over the place. All right, leadoff hit. Cooper flies out. Kwan grounds out. Now, that was a quick inning for him. Leadoff single. Bazana rolls out. Jose flies out. Rodriguez with a single. Kafis needed the big 3-run home run. So we get 7 runs, but unfortunately our pitching really let us down. So if we look here at our pitchers, Brogdon really let us down there in that game. He hasn't been bad enough where I want to get rid of him. Dombrowski also did pretty poor in that game as well. Probably both of their worst games. Let's see who we have at AAA. So he's been pretty locked down at AAA. So I think we give Espino the chance as well. Can we just demote him? No. We gotta wave him. We gotta wave him. Wave him goodbye. Alright, so that works out. And then it's the series against the good old Yankees that we'll have in the next video. I won't live stream every time that I'm playing this game on my other channel, Jim the OOTP, so Out of the Park Baseball. The initials for it with my name is one of my other channels. I should just put it in the description of my videos. Maybe I'll start to do that. But that will be where all of the videos, this one, the live stream, as well as just the regular video, will be included. If I ever live stream, it'll be on the main channel on this one. But with that being said, that's going to be it for this one. So we are in second place still, 4.5 games back. White Sox are playing really well. We're half game back in the playoff race. We're staying around 500. Our offense is doing a little bit better. We're just trying to figure out the last in and outs of our different players on our roster. Vasquez is another person we have to think about if we want to go back to Cantillo into the rotation or leave him there. So we have some stuff to figure out there, and we brought in a ton of minor league players, and so maybe I'll spend a couple minutes looking at that after the video ends, and I don't know, we'll see. But that's gonna be it for now. Talk to you all in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.